Okay. All right. Let's see. We have made it to the Martin Road trailhead. Yes, we were super excited to be here. My friend Jordan just dropped us off and we're getting ready to start our hike. I don't even know what time it is, do you?
Like 10:30?
Woo, okay, 10:30, and we're really hoping the rain holds out, and we'll see you soon. So we're starting at the trailhead, and the first thing we see is this sign, the CG Ramstead North Shore Trail. So Mr. Snowmobiling, go Mr. Snowmobiling, that's awesome. So we're happy to share the trail with him. I think he looks a little like Wayne Coyne from the Flaming Lips, but that makes it even cooler. So here we are. I hope we're going the right way. Oh, we see a blue blade. Oh, look at that. Superior Hiking Trail, arrow.
Yep.
Whoop. So far, we've had a nice little hike down kind of a little grassy path, right? And instead of mud, we're seeing a lot of water, just straight up water. So we're ready to pass through this little lake, but we are just off Martin Road. Maybe we've gone a mile in, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty wet walk in this section. And I've got my setup with my gaiters and my waterproof socks on. Jessica's got her waterproof boots on. Couple pairs of socks, and we're going to go for a swim. So see you on the other side. Oh, we're still on the snowmobile trail now, and walking along a wooded section just past a road. But yeah, it actually feels, now that we're out of the water and the big puddles, it actually feels kind of good on the feet and on the knees. And I've heard this section of the trail get a little bit of a bad rap. I feel like people think it's less interesting, or but it is different than the northernmost sections of the trail, or more hilly, but it actually feels pretty good, especially since I was hiking last week and my knees are still a little achy. So it actually is really pretty. And we were just commenting about how, you know, hiking in the spring, you really get a nice view into the forest because it hasn't filled out yet, and just the little pops of green are really making this a very pretty hike. We like it so far. So we finally made it onto a little section of trail that looks a little more familiar, and we're just loving seeing all these little blue blazes everywhere. There's one, and there's one, and there's a little worn out one, and this is a very pretty section of trail. It feels a little bit like we're in Narnia with all these tiny little leaves, and it's very magical, very pretty. Another blue blaze. They're everywhere. Follow the blue blazes. There's another one. This is the most blazed section of the trail I have ever seen.
They don't want us to get lost.
No, well, we don't want us to get lost. So thank you to the people with the blue can of paint, because there's another one. Boy, if it's like this, I'm going to be pretty happy. So we just finished a section of the woods that had a sign like this that we noticed that said timber sale area harvested, and it was like 1987, I think, and it was just showing kind of the regrowth. These look pretty new. I think they must have just put these up. But what's interesting is we look back there and there's kind of 1987 growth, and this is 2014 growth. And Jessica just pointed out that we see our first little post blue blaze. So we've heard that this section that we're going to be on has had some clear cutting and some logging done, and that it's hard to navigate. And we're hoping that we see more things like this and that we stay on track. And so far, this has just been a delightful trail. Like, it's just been beautiful. It's actually been really great. So we're loving it, and the weather's perfect. It actually feels, we were just commenting, it feels kind of like a nice fall day. You know, it just feels, the temperature's great. We're staying dry so far. We're very happy about that. And we're off. Nicely done. And look at the fields of, what are they called? Swamp marigolds, marsh marigolds. They're very pretty. We are at the Bald Eagle campsite, and just a quick little tour. The latrine is in excellent condition, I will say. But here's a little tent pad. It looks like you could Maybe get a hammock in here, good water source. And I give this campfire ring an A. Nice and clean, looks good. Maybe you could squeeze in another tent in this little opening here. But the Bald Eagle campsite is looking good, and we're gonna get back on the trail. We're on a spur trail now to the White Pine campsite, and we're following white blazes. And kind of like being on the AT, but not really. And so yeah, this is a nice little trail down to the White Pine campsite. We're not staying here tonight, but we want to check it out because I think it's always good to see what each campsite looks like.
And here we have the elusive White Pine campsite.
Ta-da!
Uh-oh.
It is not to be confused with the Wandering Pine campsite.
No. It looks like we have a
Huh.
down tree.
Oops. Hmm.
Is it early?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I think it is.
Look at her superhuman strength. Hoo-ah! Yes. Wow. Way to go, trail volunteer.
That's what we did. It's probably going to fall back down in the wind.
Run.
Ah,
Yeah, this looks like a nice site.
spur to water.
Spur to water. Looks great for hammocks. Hello, hammock city. And then looks like a tent pad. And we saw that they have a latrine. So we will trust that that is also in tip-top condition. The last one we were in was pretty great. So nice job, White Pine. We give you, what grade do you give this campsite?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. It's raining. And we found a wet trail. So we just reached a section of the trail where we've seen some logging. We've heard that there's a lot of logging in this area. So we are so thankful for the blue tape and blue blazes, and we just heard that it's a little difficult to navigate this area. It's kind of sad to see all these trees cut down. Looks like it just happened recently. And we are definitely getting wet feet walking through a lot of water. But the rain's held off so far. We are happy about that. So we just went through I think we're on Lismore Road. We just went through the logging operation that we were warned about. Made it through there okay. Thank you for all the blue blazes. Yeah. Hello. So it's raining and we're on the road. We're being safe. But it looks like we have a couple miles of this and then we'll tuck back in. So we'll check in soon. We are tucked in our tent for the night. We had quite a bit of rain. It was really cold.
Very wet.
Yeah, and it's probably in the 40s. Really wet. We settled into camp for the night. The campsite looks really great, but we are cold and wet and ready for bed. And we're tucked into our quilts.
Yay.
And just getting ready to read books and just I don't even know what time it is. It's probably like,
I think it's 7.
7. Yeah, it's bedtime. It's 7, okay? And no, but we had a really good walk today. We walked on a lot of, I guess we call them logging roads.
Yeah, snowmobile trail.
Yeah, so
Normal road.
this section of the trail, we were warned, is probably not very exciting, but we did see some nice kind of wooded areas. It is more flat, but very wet. But we're doing good, and we're looking forward to like 3 more days of good weather. That's what we're hearing anyway. Dry weather, yeah. So we'll just get the wet one out of the way first, and hopefully dry all our stuff out tomorrow.
Yay.
Yay! Good night.
Bye.